Hey there, and welcome to video number 4 in this series, Idea to Execution. And in this video, I am done teaching you what I wanted to teach you in the entire Idea to Execution workflow. This is just one workflow of many ways that you can work within motion design. It's one that works very powerfully for me. But I want to tell you about an opportunity I have for you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Cameron. I'm the guy behind Motion Science. And some of you may have seen videos 1, 2, and 3 for Idea to Execution. If you haven't seen those videos, I would invite you to go check them out right now. Pause this video, go back and watch videos 1, 2, and 3 because they're only up for a very short time. And then I'm going to take them back down. So they're up for a very limited amount of time. Then they're going back down. But those lead up to this video, which is the final video, video 4. And I want to tell you, like I said, about an opportunity called Stylecraft. And Stylecraft is my mentorship and training program that I've developed through Motion Science. When I created Motion Science, I set out to make a signature course, signature training program that would be the culmination of everything I know and what I can teach you, and that is Stylecraft. So Stylecraft is your chance to learn to transform into the ultimate motion designer through techniques and workflows and methods that I'm going to teach you in this program. So what is Stylecraft? It's a 52-week program. Yes, 52 weeks long. It's 1 year long. It's going to train you to be the next version of yourself as a motion designer. I've had beginners in motion design go through Stylecraft. I've had an intermediate levels of motion designers go through Stylecraft, and they've come out levels above where they were when they entered Stylecraft. It's so much fun to see a designer start here and end over here. So who am I? If you didn't see the first 3 videos, I'm Cameron. I'm the guy behind Motion Science. I've been doing motion graphics, motion design for 2 decades. I've been doing it for 2 decades. I did not go to art school. When I started, there was no program in school to teach you how to do this. I can't draw. I can't draw worth of crap, and I'm self-taught. So that does hopefully give you hope that if you can't draw, you didn't go to art school, you can learn this stuff and you can be an amazing motion designer like myself. So before I get any further, I want to now show you a quick little video that some of my students from last year recorded for me so that they could tell you just a brief little testimony about what their experience in Stylecraft was like.
So, hi, my name is Lucy and I'm French.
My name is Shannon Wilkerson. I am a motion designer and visual effects artist here in Denver.
Hello, my name is Diogo. I'm from Portugal and I recently started my own company doing video production and motion graphics.
My name's Philip Hawken. I trained as a graphic designer. I've been a member of Stylecraft for the past 7 months now.
Hello, my name is Ryan Feigard. I'm a commercial photographer, a designer, and now a motion designer.
I'm a member of Stylecraft since October 2018, but I really pushed my work since January when I quit my job.
I've been a member of Stylecraft since the first session started, so it's been almost a year now.
I've been doing the course for almost a year now, and I only have good things to say about it.
I was in the first class that went through, and the stuff that we saw on week 1 to what we're all doing now is a world apart from each other.
I've been on a lot of training courses over the past, I would say 6 or 7 years. I've taken courses specifically that were pertaining to 3D or courses that were specifically pertaining to just animation. This course stood out where it encompassed all of that, not at such an advanced level where anyone couldn't pick up on it. Anybody could jump in and actually hit the ground running and actually start creating something beautiful within the first 3 or 4 weeks.
So the feeling to know that in few hours, in few minutes, you can create the frame that you see on the video, that's awesome.
Stylecraft helped me solve my issues with learning motion because it was a fundamental first course, and that's what's so good about it.
I think I've really advanced very quickly learning with Stylecraft. Even from like the first tutorial in the first week, I managed to find myself doing things that I wouldn't ever normally do.
Stylecraft is more than a course on After Effects. It covers elements, principles of design. Cameron is great at explaining the thought process behind his ideas.
I totally recommend to everyone that wants to get a very nice slice of all the process from idea creation until refinement and getting something that is polished at the end.
This particular course is almost like taking a course in college where at a very good price, where you can take your time, really think about the core concepts that Cameron is trying to give to you and try to apply those to different aspects of your projects, not only within the course, but actually within your career.
It's all interactive. That's what tutorials don't get you.
YouTube videos are really good for learning basic stuff, but you cannot find anything that is advanced on there.
There are a ton of other courses out there that you can take, but what I love about Stylecraft and what I love about Cameron's style of teaching is he really opens up his doors. He's not just teaching you, he's not just, look, this is how I did it and you do the same. It really is like he's cultivating a culture and he's growing a community, and that's what Stylecraft is all about.
Being able to learn from Cameron, someone who's actually got a good style that I like and has experience in the business and can tell you what works and what doesn't, that is very valuable.
Being a member of Stylecraft, I learned how to appropriate me After Effects and how to use the effect panels, how to compose image, how to use camera, how to use lights, typography, and so on. So it gave me a lot of this lesson. And the fact that these lessons are online, it gives you time, and time is so important to experiment.
Yeah, just the range of the education available is what made Stylecraft stand out.
I would tell someone who is considering Stylecraft to just do it. It's well worth it, and by the end of the year you're gonna look back and you're gonna say, wow, like I can't believe I was only here and look at where I am here.
I really would recommend Stylecraft. Go for it, you won't regret it.
So if you're considering Stylecraft, if you're looking for developing your potential in motion or design, go for it.
This is a phenomenal course, man. You got something really great going here.
The expectations of me being a full-time motion designer weren't possible when I first started the course. And I'm just coming up on my year with Stylecraft, and I can kind of call myself a full-time motion designer. That's huge for me.
I hope you enjoyed that video. It really just, every time I watch it, it gets me. I love hearing these stories from my students and what their experience in Stylecraft was. I love changing lives, and that's why I'm here creating motion science and creating training material that comes out to you to make you a better motion designer. So without any further ado, I want to talk to you now just about Stylecraft and what it is. So here I'm on the webpage. The title is Become the Motion Designer That Everyone Notices, Master Cinematic Motion Design. And that is because that is what Stylecraft is. Motion design, motion graphics is many different things to different people, okay? What I want to teach you in Stylecraft is how to master cinematic motion design. That means that we're not doing 2D character animation. We're not doing, particle systems. We're doing an overall cinematic approach to motion design, which you can see here. This animation going on right here, this is cinematic motion design. This is epic, beautiful motion design that really grabs the viewer's attention. You're going to see this kind of stuff in things like screen graphics and things like main titles. There's a whole lot of different areas that this kind of stuff can go into. It's just beautiful cinematic motion design. So that's what I want to teach you. So the first thing I've got here is a quote from my very first student. This is actually before Stylecraft was a thing and I was just teaching. And this is from Isaiah Powers, Izzy. He says, "This is the training I could never find in college. It was demanding and focused and allowed me to grow more than I ever thought or knew was even possible. In short, it was my graduate program." That makes me feel so good. So what is Stylecraft? Stylecraft is a mentorship and training program with lifetime access that trains you in the art of cinematic motion design. Okay. Keyword here, lifetime access. So once you sign up for Stylecraft, it is a 52-week training and mentorship course. Membership course is actually what I call it. But once you're in for life. So that means that as training material gets updated, things get replaced. I always want to make things as better, as best as possible. You have lifetime access. So you can go back and you can see the new materials. You can see reference materials at any time. If you get behind a little bit, that's okay. You can always come back and catch up. We have catch-up weeks in Stylecraft every 5 weeks so that you're allowed to catch up. You have an extra week to catch up and get caught up with everyone else. I have students who are following week by week by week as we move through it. I have other students who are several weeks behind. I have students who are months behind. I have a student who just showed up a year behind, but that's okay. When you do the assignment, when you submit it to our community, when you submit it to the live critiques, I'm still going to critique it for you. You're in Stylecraft for life. This is an incredible value. So what do? We design beautiful style frames. We animate with cinematic motion. We master After Effects and Cinema 4D Light. Are just three of the main key points of what we do inside of Stylecraft. We create high-level style frame design with easy methods. So if you saw the first 3 videos in idea to execution, you know that it can be an easier process than you think to create beautiful imagery. So as long as you know the right methods, you can do these types of techniques. You're going to discover the elements and the principles that are essential to use. So the first half of Stylecraft is all about principles. What makes eye-catching design? What makes eye-catching movement, right? It's all about the motion and the design. It is very important, in my opinion, to understand both. And that's what we cover. We're also going to understand what it takes to build cinematic motion design that is beautiful to watch. And we'll show you how it's done by the pros. We're going to build powerful and beautiful motion design with the confidence of a master. You will become very confident as you move through Stylecraft. You may start out, a little unsure of yourself, but by the end of Stylecraft, you will feel very confident as long as you go through every exercise and you follow the material and you do the exercises that are assigned to you. You will have confidence to do this stuff. So let's take a look at the 1-minute promo video for Stylecraft. Are you able to turn your ideas into art that gets you noticed? Or are you like a lot of motion designers who struggle with turning vision into reality? You may think you need to go to art school or that searching YouTube for countless hours will teach you what you need to know, but you don't. What you need is a mentorship and training program built for aspiring motion designers just like you, and it's called Stylecraft. My name is Cameron, and I'm the creator of Motion Science. I didn't go to art school, and I didn't learn from YouTube. I spent 2 decades teaching myself what it takes to build motion design that works, and I turned this knowledge into Stylecraft. This isn't another video course. It's paradigm-shifting training plus mentorship plus a support community that surrounds you. Stylecraft is an engaged motion design program built for you. Sign up for Stylecraft today and learn how it feels to unleash unstoppable talent. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that 1-minute quick video, that little intro promo for Stylecraft. It's got a lot of great work in there, and a lot of the work in there is actually student work from the last go around. So I actually need to update that with some more student work. So let me tell you a little bit about me. I am Mr. Black, or my real name is Cameron Piron. When I was a big time freelancer, I was known as AK Mr. Black. That was my freelancing name. I didn't just go by my name. I went by AK Mr. Black. I wear a lot of black, as you can tell. Black is my favorite color. A lot of people will say, well, that's not a color, but it is my favorite color. I'm an award-winning motion designer. I'm the founder of Motion Science. I'm self-taught as a designer and an animator. I've created a very successful and rewarding career while retaining unlimited creative freedom. Most of my career has been as a remote freelancer, at least in the last 10 plus years. It's been a remote freelancer. I've done a little bit of travel on site to studios, but because I've done remote work, I'm able to have a lot of creative freedom. I've had 2 decades of professional experience creating motion design for some of the biggest names in the world. As you can see, these are just a few of my clients down here: MTV, Disney, WWE, Xbox, Sony, Garmin, Dell, Discovery, Microsoft, T-Mobile. I could go on and on. I've got well over 30 plus high profile brand names that I've worked for. This is just a select few. I've found attention and continual success in the industry because I do always want to create the best motion design I can create, and I'm very easy to work with. And people enjoy working with me, which is very important. It's important to know that you're good, to have confidence, but not to have an ego about it. There can be egos when it comes to art, and I'm not an ego guy. I'm a good guy. I like to work with good people. My passion for creating incredible visual motion design has driven me to create motion science to empower other designers who want to move beyond the ordinary to create extraordinary cinematic motion design. That is why I created motion science. When I set out to do this a few years ago, I found that there was a few training sites on the internet teaching motion design, and what they do is great, but I didn't see anyone teaching the stuff that I really enjoy about motion design, which is things with texturing, things with cinematic motion, things that are just different about motion design. And you'll see that in the motion science work that's out there on the webs. So what does Stylecraft include? Lifetime membership. Okay, so I talked about this. Once you're in Stylecraft, you're in it for life. You can come back at any time, reference the material, watch the videos. What do you get? You get 52 weeks of training and mentorship with lifetime access to all course material. This is paradigm shifting, personalized training, mentorship that covers everything you need to know to become a well-rounded motion designer. So that's something else I want to bring up about myself. I've always been known as a generalist, a very good generalist. I don't specialize in one technique, in one very specific thing I can do. There's a lot of guys that are, and I kudos to you if you are, and you do one thing very well. I'm just really well at being a generalist. I'm a problem solver. I love it. I can do a lot of things in motion design very well. That's what I teach you in Stylecraft. With over 120 lessons of recorded content, you will learn to design and animate through principles, techniques, workflows. This is high-level motion design training, period. You're also going to access to our private community. I need to update this image. The community used to be on Facebook. It is no longer on Facebook. It is a private community now in the last couple go-arounds where we have moved our community inside of the Motion Science platform. So it's really easy to access. If you don't have Facebook, you're good to go. Once you log into Motion Science, you will see Stylecraft, the product, the course, and you will see Stylecraft, the community. And you can jump back and forth between the two. This allows you to engage with the other motion designers who are in Stylecraft. This means that these are motion designers who are in here with you currently at the current place you are at. There's other groups that are ahead of you. There's groups of people that still hang around that have graduated Stylecraft and show up from time to time and comment and post things and things like that. This is your community. Once you're in Stylecraft, you're in this community. The community is also awesome for posting work that you just want feedback on, right? So you're going to post your work, your exercises. There's a work in progress section. There's also a finished exercise section. So you can post things looking for feedback as you're working through it. Once you're done, you post your work to the community. That's what I reference when we go into our live critiques, which happen every 5 weeks. And that's where our next point is here, live assignment critiques from a pro. These are assignment critiques from me. So you submit your work onto the community. You get live monthly critique calls where I go through everyone's work. You get to see your work being critiqued. You get to see other people's work being critiqued. You learn from all of it. You learn from the process. So, your work may be critiqued, and I'm going to move on to 20 other pieces. But you need to watch those 20 other pieces because you're going to learn things about what they're doing well or not so well. And you really improve from all of it. So if you have questions about your critique, you're welcome to ask on these calls. This gives you an opportunity to interact with me, with your peers. You get deeper insights in the motion design process. If you can't make the call, that's okay. Not everyone is on these calls. All of the calls are recorded and they're available for you to view at any time. So once you're in, StyleCraft, you have access to all the recordings of all the calls. So you can actually see the past calls as well. There's live Q&A sessions. We do these bi-weekly. Now, as you move through StyleCraft, sometimes you don't need the calls as often, and we'll kind of gauge that and see how it goes. But out of the gate, you're going to want to have a Q&A call every other week because you're going to have a lot of questions, and I want to be there to answer them for you. And we'll do that as long as we need to do that. Live calls, again, give you the opportunity to interact with me, with your other peers that are on these calls. You get deeper insight into the process. Again, if you can't make the call, that's okay. It's recorded, and you can go back and watch it anytime. What are you going to get? You're going to get a giant bonus. You're going to get a Boris FX Sapphire license. This is a 1-year educational license to the complete Sapphire plugin suite. It's 250 plugins. These are the plugins that are must-haves for any serious motion designer. Okay, so these are plugins I have used for years and years and years. They are amazing plugins. Almost all pro motion designers that I personally know have this suite of plugins, and they always have it. These plugins are second to none in their visual quality, and the tools that they bring to After Effects are amazing. If you bought this set of plugins, they retail for $16.95. So they retail for a lot, right? They're a very expensive set of plugins, but you can get them for 1 full year with StyleCraft. And after your year is up, you're going to get 50% off the retail license just for being a StyleCraft member. So this is just one of the bonuses, but this is a huge bonus within StyleCraft, 1-year educational license to the complete Sapphire suite. If you don't know what Sapphire is yet, you will, because I show the plugins a lot throughout StyleCraft. Now, you don't have to have the plugins to complete the exercises. Like I said, you do get them. There's many other plugins that can do similar types of things. One of the key things, I'm going to go on a tangent really quickly. I hear it from motion designers who are starting out that think that they have to have a certain plugin to make their work look incredible. It's not true, right? You need to get your work 80 and 90% there. Then that's when the plugins come in at the end to help really bring the polish in and make them look awesome. That's what I teach you in StyleCraft. Yes, there are certain times when a plugin is needed, like for particle effects and things like that. But we don't focus on that in StyleCraft, okay? So that's an amazing bonus you get with StyleCraft. The second amazing bonus, you're gonna get Maxon Cinema 4D license. Again, it's another educational license to Cinema 4D. You're gonna learn techniques of Cinema 4D while you're taking StyleCraft. We don't go into it super deep. I teach you what you need to know to have a basic understanding of Cinema 4D so that you can get around the program. You can create simple things like this scene that we see here, right? It's a lot easier to create than you think it is. It's like a space tunnel that we're kind of flying through. So you get an educational license to Cinema 4D. Amazing. You're also going to get unlimited access to all future StyleCraft content for life. Once you join, you're in it for life. You can access the community anytime. You can access the training materials, like I said. You've got lifetime access. You're also going to get additional software discounts and bonuses. These are discounts from AE Scripts, AE Juice, Boris FX, FX Factory, Mr. Horse, Red Giant, Euchre Media, and more. You're also going to get downloadable footage from Action VFX, ArtGrid. You're going to get design assets, texture packs, more. You get product or project files with these lessons. This is all included with StyleCraft. The bonuses alone in StyleCraft are worth more than the actual course is. Like with Red Giant, you're getting 50% off all their products. So ArtGrid, if you don't know what ArtGrid is, it's footage, very cinematic footage. We include a lot of it in the course here for you to work with. Same with Action VFX. They make really awesome footage for visual effects. You're going to get some of that stuff as well. If you want to know what's in the course, you can download the syllabus right here. Just put your name and email in, hit submit. You can download a PDF of the syllabus. It shows you a little bit more detail. So let's talk about the price. StyleCraft is $5.95 for 3 payments over 3 months, $16.95, which is the most popular way to go, or $19.95 for VIP. Okay. So let me just explain this really quickly. $5.95, this is 3 payments over 3 months. So once you pay for this option, you don't do anything else. Every month for 3 months, an automatic withdrawal from your credit card or PayPal happens. So you don't have to go in every month and say, okay, I got to make my payment on time. What do I need to do? It's automatic. So we accept credit card and PayPal, $5.95, 3 payments over 3 months. The one-time payment is $16.95. You pay it one time, you're done. $19.95 is the VIP package. Now I'm only going to include a limited amount of VIP packages. What that is, I don't know that number yet, but it's going to be a very small amount. With all of these packages, you get 120 lessons. You get access to all future lessons, access to our private community, the Boris Effect Sapphire license, Maxon Cinema 4D license. You get the live Q&A calls, the live mentorship calls. You're going to get tons of software discounts and bonuses. And I'm going to tell you right now, the bonuses are rolled out throughout the course. So don't come into StyleCraft and all of a sudden, where's my bonuses? I need my bonuses right now. They're going to be rolled out. Things like Sapphire you're going to get right away. Cinema 4D you're going to get right away. But other bonuses are kind of rolled out over time. I don't want you guys to get caught up in, oh, where's bonus 1, 2, and 3, and now I need 4, 5, and 6. You just got to follow the process of what I've laid out for you. You'll be okay. Okay. VIP package. Everything in the basic packages, which is right here, payment plan, paid in full, VIP. Plus, you're going to get AE Academy Volume 1 and 2. You're going to get the Analog Glitch Pack, the Neon Glitch Pack, Radical Retro Elements Pack. Plus, you're going to get a 60-minute one-on-one mentoring session with me. So VIPs, like I said, this is an amazing deal. I'm only going to do a limited amount of them. So good luck. Okay, so we've got some reviews here. Just go over these really quickly. This is from Ryan Feigard. Ryan said, there's a lot of courses to learn motion graphics or design, and nothing compares to StyleCraft. Cameron has opened his studio to your eyes, and it's super easy to learn how to create original ideas by working with him, not just watching a tutorial online. That's very important. That is what StyleCraft is. Everything is interactive, from group message boards to constructive critiques, making everyone better and well-rounded as a designer. StyleCraft is a must if you want to challenge yourself and grow your visuals. Ryan put in the work every single week. He got behind several times. He caught back up several times, but he did every assignment. He went through every video, and to watch him go from a photographer to a photographer / motion designer was incredible. Diago, the course comes with many perks, but personally, there are 2 things I value the most: learning new techniques that expand my creative options and the feedback from the StyleCraft community. Having the opportunity to have my work critically judged by a group of amazing motion designers is invaluable. All the material in the course is professionally produced, full of inspiring design and practical advice. Highly recommended. Diago was an amazing student as well. Kenza, everything about StyleCraft is great. Having access to consistent lessons and assignments has allowed me to continually sharpen my skill and broaden my understanding as a motion designer. Getting to follow Cameron in his element as he creates a still or motion piece is invaluable, in addition to his availability and critiques. The perks that come with being a member make the decision to join easy and obvious. Thank you, Kenza. Jokum, I work as a full-time editor and I'm trying to expand my toolkit. With StyleCraft, I have not only been given great lessons and better understanding of motion design and design as a whole, I've also been given the time and opportunity to find my own style and creativity. What surprised me was how an online course can feel so personalized. I love that. With a small community of like-minded students all sharing and commenting on each other's work, and Cameron always being there to give feedback. And let's take a look at this testimonial from Christoph. I've been doing professional VFX and motion graphics for over 18 years now and still suffer from imposter syndrome, especially in the creative design part of my work. Cameron in his StyleCraft course takes me right back to the basics of motion design fundamentals and fantastically irons out any knowledge creases I may have developed over the years. Greatly recommended for both beginners as well as seasoned pros. Amazing testimonials there from previous graduates of StyleCraft. Got a video testimonial here, which we've already seen. A little bit of text about what stopped you from joining. This is, I'll go through this. If you're passionate about motion design, what's stopping you from moving forward? The course tuition is a fraction of the cost of traditional art school, but you are getting real world processes that you can start using immediately. Stylecraft teaches at a very high level while focusing on the most important thing, building your talent to become an amazing designer and animator. It all starts here. You know there's more and you want to discover it. We'll help you get there. Specifically, I'll help you get there. Going back to this fraction of the cost of art school, I've had friends who have gone through art school. They spent $120, $150, $200,000 for a 2 or 3 year degree. And they've come to sites like mine to learn stuff that they can actually use in the real world situations. Now, art school is going to teach you stuff you can use, but we're going to teach you real world applications and expand upon that. So if you want to see a free lesson of Stylecraft, I invite you to click here, put your name, your email, get your free lesson. Definitely worth checking out. A few questions I get all the time. I have a busy schedule. What if I want to go at my own pace? That's okay. Stylecraft is here for your life. Do it at your own pace if you want to. What is taught in Stylecraft? It's in the syllabus. You can find all of that, but it talks about the fundamentals. We go through fundamentals for 6 months. We do all the different aspects I feel are most important with motion design. We cover that in the first half of Stylecraft. The second half of Stylecraft, we go through real world client examples. So we'll spend 4 weeks on screen graphics, and we'll spend 4 weeks on a montage type piece, and we'll spend 4 weeks on logos, things like that. So what if I miss live calls, unable to attend? They're all recorded. How much time is involved in weekly assignments? This is a great one. Plan to spend about an hour or 2 per week for the lessons. These are edited to the point lessons without added fluff. So I am not a fan of really long training videos. No one has the time today. We are inundated with content. No one has the time for long videos. So if you feel like getting your money's worth is watching videos that are hours and hours and hours long, Stylecraft is not for you. Okay. This stuff is condensed. I try to keep things, an hour or less with the training lessons. And you're going to spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe on your assignment for that week. But this is to the point content to get you going quickly. And so that you don't have to waste a lot of time, there's so much content, like I said, in the world today that we just don't have time to devote hours and hours every day to it. What happens if I fall behind on material? That's okay. You have access to material for life. What skill level do I need to be at? It's been proven for effective for beginners and seasoned pros. So if you're just starting out, you do need to have a basic understanding of After Effects. If you don't understand After Effects, I would invite you to 1, sign up for the VIP membership, where you're going to get AE Academy Volume 1 and AE Academy Volume 2. Those are both very comprehensive courses on all things After Effects, or just buy them separately and get Stylecraft at the same time. Does registration close down or stay open all the time? Registration is open twice a year, January and July. That's it. You have 2 times a year to come in. Will Stylecraft give me more insight into stylizing and motion design? Yes. Stylecraft teaches design as well as animation. Much of the focus is on designing and style. Is there a way I can write directly to the mentor and ask questions? Yes. The biweekly Q&As and the monthly live critique calls are your chance to ask questions and get answers. If you can't be on those calls, you can comment on the posts for the calls, and I will answer them for you in the calls. Does Stylecraft come with any critique or feedback from anyone other than fellow classmates? Yes. Critiques and feedback come from me. Your classmates are going to give you critique and feedback in the community, and I invite every one of you to give feedback on other people's work in the community as well. Live calls, feedback is from me. I am interested in a good blend of design and animation. Does Stylecraft cover both? Yes. Stylecraft is a mix of design and animation. Slightly more emphasis is placed on design because so many motion designers already know how to animate in very basic ways. I have experiences already with After Effects, Photoshop, and Illustrator. Will Stylecraft be able to teach me new tricks? Yes. Stylecraft teachings go way beyond the technical know-how of these programs. We talk about the why, and you understand the why and the what. It's not just the how. So if you watched videos 1, 2, and 3 of Idea to Execution, you know that I talk about the why and how I talk about it. I already work professionally. I'm looking for a way to take my work to the next level so I can do that work, so I can do well at work and really advance my career. Is this Stylecraft? Yes. StyleCraft is a mentorship and training program that is designed to take you to that next level in your skill set. A higher skill set means advancements in your career. In fact, several employers have paid for their employees to go through StyleCraft every time we open up registration. So if you want your employer to pay for StyleCraft, go for it. Ask them. I will give you an invoice so that you can turn that into your employer and get reimbursed if you need to do it that way as well. If you have any questions, email me, Cameron@motionscience.tv. Once you're in StyleCraft, I do prefer that you communicate through the community versus emailing me. Sometimes I'll get students who will start emailing me a lot. A periodic email here and there is totally fine. But I do prefer to keep communication within the community. Here is what StyleCraft looks like inside of it. It's a really simple setup. Here's the dashboard, link to the community. Here is the different lessons. You can see there's a lot of lessons here. Most of these are videos. Some of them are exercises, things like that. But this is all the content of StyleCraft right here. Right, and so it's really simple. You go in and you just start watching videos, right? You watch the video, you understand it. Once you've gone through it, you can click next. It goes to the next video. It's gonna say you can mark lessons complete. You can star lessons if you really like them a lot. It tells you the length of this lesson, 7 minutes, 7:03. What else is there? There's, like I said, there's exercises. This is for you, your assignment of what you need to do. You're going to get project files. Like you can see here, there's a download. You're going to download this. This is going to be a project file of assets for you to use in your assignment, things like that. There's so much valuable to the point content here in StyleCraft. And then here we've got the community. Okay. You can see here, it's kind of like a Facebook, but much more streamlined. It's really pared down. Okay. And this is still a beta. We've been running it for, about 8-9 months now. We are adding features to this community, so it is only going to improve, but you can find out information about people within here. You can find out their social profiles. You can send them messages directly. This is where you post your work, right? You post your exercises for critiques. You can see other students are commenting. Certain students like Dan right here, Dan posts all the time. He's looking for feedback all the time, and he's one of the students who's making a lot of progress because he's always posting his work. Rachel's another one. She's here's a design assignment she did. It's amazing. Here's some revisions she did to it. You can see that she posts quite a bit. Jean posts a lot. There's certain students who like to post a lot. There's certain students who don't post very often. I encourage you to post all the time to get better. That's how you get better. You have to put your work out there. You have to put yourself out there to let other people see what you're doing and give you that valuable critique and feedback to make you get better at what you do. So again, this is the community. You can always jump back and forth. There's different topics within the community. If I go to topics here, you're going to see we've got announcements from me, bios. This is where everyone talks about themselves, work in progress, finished exercises, live Q&As. Like we go to live critiques. When you go to that, you're going to see the link to the video, and this is where you can go and jump on and do all the live stuff, things like that. So that is going to do it. I'm going to wrap this video up. I invite you to jump into StyleCraft. I'd love to have you in. We've got a lot of amazing bonuses from Sapphire, from ArtGrid, from Maxon and Cinema 4D and Red Giant. StyleCraft registration is only open twice a year. It's open now. It's open for a very short time, so you have a very limited window to get in. I do keep class sizes relatively small because I am critiquing everything. I can only take on so many people. So I invite you to jump in as quickly as you can if you are thinking about joining StyleCraft, so that you don't get shut out and have to wait another 6 months to jump in. With that being said, I appreciate you taking the time to watch Idea to Execution 1, 2, and 3, and now video 4, where I'm talking about StyleCraft. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you in StyleCraft very soon. Until next time, I'm Cameron, and this is Motion Science.